Hello guys, how are you? It's David. Uh, just making a quick video today because it was insane today as well. What's been done to me? You can see my eye here. If you see the difference, this one is so swollen and red. This one is normal. When I was walking, uh, I just felt like a really sharp sting basically, and then I couldn't open my eyes. But I get shot in the eyes with directed energy weapon every day. But today it actually like make my eyelids really swollen and painful, so I had to go to the hospital again. The doctor gave me antibiotics and he gave me a cream that I have to use for a few days. Um, this unfortunately is very common for a person who's been illegally placed on a very illegal watch list and then being tortured, surveilled, tracked, followed all the time. Uh, if you think that that's probably mental illness, you can find. Actually, I have another video I have to upload because yesterday, I don't know if you can see it. No, it's dark now. Here, I was sitting outside eating my hot dog, and I felt a really sharp pain here. I didn't touch my neck. Nobody touched my neck. I wasn't close to anything, and I felt pain here. I went to the mirror, uh, and then I saw that there is a laser scar here. I made another video where you can actually see properly. I forget about it, but I'm gonna upload it now. That happened yesterday. So this is what happens to a victim every day, especially if they open their mouth. What happened to me, apart from this, which is pretty painful, is also insane. You know, this part I don't like to talk about it because I'm litigating in that's the word. I don't know. I'm at court in two countries actually, in Hungary and in the UK, suing the secret services, military, and other people who are participating in the targeting individual program, or and the people who are refusing to stop it, and people die and get seriously injured, not like this, even more because of their negligence. So I know, and I hate to do this. I hate being here. I really don't like to be on camera. I'm definitely not a court person, and I don't look the part because, you know, I wasn't planning that. I have tattoos. You know, I'm like a really shy guy, a really normal person. Anyone who knows me knows that. And definitely don't look like someone who goes to court. But I'm forced to be here. So that's why I don't like to talk about the voice to skull technology. If you don't know what that is, I think by now actually I have like a lot of paper printed out, scientific paper, what it is and how it affects people. But go on targetedjustice.com and then you will know. I don't like to talk about it because I think it's something, you know, hearing voices, it sounds crazy if you don't know what it is. Like if someone told me that they're hearing voices, now I would know what it is, but you know, if you're not familiar with this program, then you need explanation what it is. But anyway, how they do synthetic telepathy all the time and voice to skull, you know, basically they neuralink your brain to another person, and they can be in another country. So basically, you're talking to a person in your head with your thoughts and soft vocal speech who are not actually here, not even probably in the same city. And this, it sounds crazy, like it sounds insane, but it's real. And actually, if you go on Elon Musk website, SpaceX or whatever the fuck he does, this is what he's working on. His company is called Neuralink, and then the technology that he's working on is called telepathy, and there are trials in the US and now in the UK, and this is exactly what telepathy, so you can talk to people in your head. But you know, targeted individuals were put on this program decades ago to, you know, to test out this technology, to test out biowarfare, so directed energy weapons, so anything that the military complex can throw out the shit that they do. They need people to test it out, but they cannot know because then the result won't be accurate. And so when you say for a targeted person. That why would be about you're nobody, why would you be targeted? Why? The reason is because they need all kinds of people, and they cannot know. They need old ladies, they need single mothers, they need children, they need guys with tattoos, I guess. They need all kinds of people to test out this technology because it's gonna be used on the whole population. The directed energy weapons and the telepathy too. Uh, Voice to skull is just a weapon. They use it in Iraq, I think, because the U.S. soldiers, they can beam voices into the enemy's head, and if they are religious, they can think that, oh my God, it's God's telling me that to drop the gun, and so they drop it, and then the military can go in, the U.S. military, and they can kill them or whatever. That's what it does. But obviously, anything that's this powerful, the mafia will steal it, companies will steal it, thugs will steal it, and they use it on innocent people, especially if these thugs work for a company that profits from this. Then this is what's gonna happen. Also, the way I'm being tortured is that usually in the morning it's fine, and then in the afternoon it starts, and then in the evening it's extreme into the night. And it's probably because the people who are doing this are at work during the day, and when they go home they switch off their little neurophone, they connect to the person, and they start to type bullshit in their little chat, and I have to listen to that shit. And if I don't react, my body is gonna be tortured, my eyes gonna be shut into all this fucking shit that you can imagine. And the other people doing this, obviously the mafia, the people who own nightclubs, the hookers, drug dealers a lot, and people who work for drug dealers, because drugs these days are poisoned, especially like in the UK, in gay community. The drugs like crystal meth, cocaine that they're spreading is not crystal meth anymore. I don't know what the fuck, actually I know what's in there, I don't know the correct chemical components, but it's basically poison, and it contains whatever they need for the telepathy to work. And also they just have a whole other bunch of bullshit, but that's not what I want to talk about. I don't like to talk about this part, as I said, because I'm in court and I want to sound as serious as possible, because I mean it so much to do anything and everything to shut down this fucking program, because this, even with the Nazis, you can kind of run away from them, and then you are at least safe for the time being. But from this program you cannot run away, because there's Wi-Fi everywhere. The satellites, I'm filming them every day, so if you call me crazy, watch my videos. I watch the fucking satellite, the low orbit satellite that's firing at people. I film drones. I have other stuff too, but I'm not gonna share because it's safer if I don't. But in Hungary I have to rewrite my court case, because as I said in a previous video, the form as I submitted it's not correct. But I did it in Hungary, in a town, not in the capital, but in a town. And the judge, she said that the format I submitted in is not correct. But then before, when I went into court to check if everything is correct, the lady took it, my evidence. I printed out, like I spent so much money just to print out scientific, medical, all kinds of evidence, and I like a lot of money, really. And I submitted it, and the lady, the person who takes literally the papers from your hand at court, like court, that there's the barrister, whatever. I went there and I handed it to the lady, and she checked and she said okay. So I don't understand, how can the judge now, a few weeks later, say that sorry, that's not the correct form? What? Then why you have a lady there saying that that's correct, and then you saying a few weeks later that it's not good? Seriously? And in the UK I filed for human rights violations against MI5 and GCHQ, which is the government communication headquarters They have an office in London, but the center is in Cheltenham or whatever, like a big fucking circle building. And the police, but I wasn't. The answer that the person who sent the decision sent me, they said that I wasn't specific enough that which police I'm suing, because I went to the police in London and they lied to me. They lied that they are launching an investigation, but they didn't, which I found out when I went back 2 weeks later, and another police officer, the same police station, told me that they didn't actually start any investigation. So they lied to me, and then how they treated my case was completely illegal, but I have it on tape, so fuck them. So for that reason I sued the police, because as a police officer, even if you hear something that's unusual, if you hear that someone is in danger and you submit 10 pages of evidence and a statement where you write down what happens to you, at least a fucking duty as a police officer there, Kensington police station in London, it's your fucking duty to at least to read the whole thing, because the lady who read it, she was so concerned about a pair of sports shoes that she bought. She was talking about that while she was reading my report, and she only read like half of the first page, and then she closed it, and then she started to type something. If you are a fucking police officer, dear Kensington lady, it's your fucking job. That's why we pay the fucking taxes, your salary, so the least you can do is you read a fucking statement when a person who feels that they are in danger submits to you. After that, and you, by the way, you do not have the fucking qualification to decide without any evaluation that the person is mentally stable or not. Because people who are distressed, especially in this program, this targeted program, can sometimes appear that they were on drugs or they're high or something, because they are so badly hurt physically. But you don't see the scars, because you don't see internal injuries, you don't see cancer when you meet someone, but they do have it and they're stressed. But you fucking police officer, you do not have the qualification. You did not go to school to decide whether a victim is mentally stable or not. Your fucking duty is to sit there and read the fucking statement. That's the least you can do, but you didn't do that, and which is why I'm fucking suing your ass, dear lady, at a Kensington police station. But after that, at court, they said I wasn't specific enough, because I just said police. I didn't specify the police station. Actually, I think I did, but maybe they didn't read it properly, I don't know. And you know, MI5, they being, you know, their job is to keep people safe in the UK, and not the UK, the people in the UK safe. And I called them, I sent a letter, I submitted my case. If I was lying, there was Catherine Horton before me in 2016, and in 2018 or 19 she submitted the same fucking thing, with the only difference she's a particle physicist who went to Oxford. So if I'm crazy, okay, but then she's crazy too, and she is not crazy. So yeah, in the UK this year I filed a court case. The answer I got is that they do not believe that I am being tortured to the extent by MI5 as I described in my case, that's why it was rejected, to put even more forward. But they didn't say it's not true, so that's good actually. And so I have to do it again, because the torture did not stop. Every fucking day I'm basically being subjected to sick fucking games of gang stalkers, thugs, 16-18-year-old mentally ill people who I personally know. They came out from fucking prison. People I know in London that they bring prisoners out from fucking prison. They're West Ham therapist guy. I know, you know who I am, and I know who you fuck you are. He brings out dangerous criminals from prison, and somehow he finds them a fucking flat. When people with family, they have to wait for like 5 years to get a council flat, he manages to find a criminal flat like this. Now tell me you are not a gang-stalking boss, whatever the fuck that means. And this is the shit that happens to me, happens to innocent people, happens to women, happens to other guys. There are people who work their whole life and they are on the street homeless because they are targeted with microwave weapons, and because they're microwave weapons and they're invisible to the naked eye, they think they're crazy, but they're not. They have a fucking PhD, for fuck's sake. Do you police officer have a fucking PhD in anything? No. You don't fucking have, because being a police officer basically means you walk into a building and you know how to write and you can breathe on your own. That's all. So I am fucking mad, yeah. Because I have to deal with this shit every fucking day. You know, apart from trying to make a living, trying to do something for myself and for other people, I have to deal with crazy criminals, mentally people I personally know. They came out from prison because they live in the same fucking town I used to live in, and I know by name who the fuck is targeting me, at least few of them, and the police and the judge too fucking useless to stop them. And those people are proud that they came from prison, and I quote, "I'm not scared to go back to prison." That's what they said. And yet the fucking police is too stupid and too useless to stop these people. I have to do it, but I don't get paid for that shit. I wouldn't care normally, because I don't care. Normally a person, you know, an everyday person should not be involved in going after people, but if the police doesn't do it, and I'm being tortured, and my body is being destroyed every fucking day, what the fuck do you think I'm gonna do? Sit and wait to die? Fuck no. So yeah, that's for today. And the most shocking thing is that there are so many people who does this shit. You know, being on their fucking phone, their little Snapchat, their little Instagram, taking bullshit pictures so they can get access to a secret chat room where they are so tired. I have to still target this person. Why the fuck did you go to be a gang stalker then? Fuck off, bitch. You know, in London, and I put this in my court case, I saw these girls who would follow me like little bitches, you know, stalk me. And when I stopped, when I came out from the underground, I stopped because I knew that they are watching at me, and they walked past me, and I turned around and I saw them going to some old guy who was sitting at the McDonald's, and they were reporting him. That's what they spent the $3.7 billion from taxpayers' money that MI6 has to harass innocent people by little bitches. That's where your fucking money goes to. Yeah.